Knocked up! I remember when I was once a star. Young stripper with dream. Dream to sing to swanky Parisian elite in smoky nightclub. We live for dreams. We die for dreams.
That which doesn't kill us makes us stronger, right?
This new girl. I don't think she's ever stripped before.
You think?
Well, maybe you can talk to her, give her some pointers.
Yeah, sure, but everything great must first wear hideous and monstrous masks in order to inscribe themselves on the hearts of humanity.
It's a pleasure to be here across from you. And let me just tell you, like, as a journalist, whenever we do these junkets, we do research on whoever we're gonna do. And doing research on you must have been the most interesting.
So much fun.
Yeah, it was kind of fun, I must admit. But how have you made Jenna Jameson such a successful brand to be able to do all these other things that you've done with your career?
Well, it's been a long career for me. It's been, almost 15 years, which is kind of crazy to admit. But, I always looked at the adult industry like just that, an industry. It wasn't about, just going in and having sex and having fun. I saw an opening to become an icon. Right off the bat, that's what I thought. I'm going to be the most famous adult star ever. And I knew that it would be a great springboard into mainstream. And it worked.
I read some parts of your book, How to Make Love Like a Porn Star. Mm-hmm. And I read that you started off your career as a stripper.
I did.
So now doing this movie and being this half-dead stripper, how did you draw from your previous experience?
This movie was so perfect for me. When I read the script, I knew that it was going to be extremely easy for me because the character that I played, Kat, is me. Kind of smart-ass, very, very dry and bossy. So it was very easy for me, and I've always been such a big fan of horror movies that right away I was like I have to do this part, and the stripping just was like a cherry on the sundae. It was they didn't even have to choreograph me. They just said, "Do your thing, Jenna."
Okay.
And I made it happen. Couldn't do it, huh? Kid, it takes more than desperation to get out there on that stage. You either got it or you don't, baby.
I also read that you, I don't know if this is rumor, but you would bring in home sometimes $25,000 a night from dancing.
Easily. Yeah. I was stripping when I was 18 years old, and I was very, it was very lucrative for me, for sure. Anywhere from $5,000 to $50,000 a night dancing, So I got myself used to being, a mogul. Okay. It was very easy for me to transition. You have to be a warrior, a soldier, fearless, uninhibited, a stripper with a take no prisoners, raw survival instinct. So please, for my sake, suck it up.
It's a war out there.
So. And you were one of the first people to really utilize the internet in a successful format. Now that there's been talk that you retired, and you always have all these great athletes and superstars retire, how do you fight the urge to come back out of retirement?
Do the Michael Jordan?
Yeah, how do you do it? Not do the Michael Jordan.
Like the Michael Jordan of porn. For me, I was smart enough to not retire too early. I really pushed to be number one. I made it to the top of the mountain, and I had so many more opportunities beyond the adult industry. I really felt that it had run its course for me. So I sold my company, and it was just time to step down. I had to pass the crown, you know. So now it's about conquering the mainstream. And you know, with this type of movie that's so it's so popular in America right now, with the success of like Grindhouse and Quentin Tarantino and things like that. This is a great jumping off point for me.